Today I got a task in CodeIgniter where we need to create a simple project in CodeIgniter, and the requirement are first of all I'll talk about the database. We have to create a MySQL database, and then we have to create two tables, employee and department. And department table should consist of a department ID, that will be the primary key, and department name. Second is there will be the employee table, which should consist of employee ID, that will be the primary key, employee name, department ID, that will be a foreign key from the department, salary, designation, employee type, admin or employee, and then email. So that is the part of the database. Now in CodeIgniter, we have to create a login page with login validation based on employee type. We can use CI or PHP form validation for login form. Okay, if after the valid login, employees will be redirected to a page where employees personal data is displayed, that will come from the employee table. Then as for admin, after valid login, they will be redirected to a page where all employee data is displayed. The employee data page consists of the following: display a list of all employees coming from the employee table. Second, the employee list should display all the employee data and the department name to the employee. Third, there should be an option to add, delete, and update employee from the view. And while adding, updating, validation are required, and email should be unique. So technology required for the above task: MySQL, PHP CodeIgniter, JavaScript jQuery, Ajax, HTML. So I didn't start the work, but what I'm thinking that how I will make this simple project in my system. So first of all, I need to create a database. Like the database name is the Chandra Prakash. So I need to create two tables, that is department and employee. So in department we need an ID and name. So we will use the create table department ID and name. Then the second part will be the employee table. So we need to create table employee, and then we'll put some column there like the ID, name, department ID, salary, designation, employee type, email, and the department ID will be the foreign key. So that is the part of the database. Now in CodeIgniter, first of all, if I don't have any setup, any PHP framework setup in my system, so first of all I need to install CodeIgniter. So generally we use Composer for that because this is fast and easy. Even we can do it manually. Then we will configure the config.php file, and we'll put there the base URL. And then in the case of the database connection, we will use the database.php file, which is under the application config, and then we will put the database name, that is the Chandra Prakash, then username and password. So this is the configuration part. Now the controller. So there is a auth.php in CodeIgniter, and we'll use two methods like the login and validate. Login, which will display the login form, and validate function or method validate the login form and redirect based on the employee type. Now login validation. How we will create the login validation in our auth.php. So this form validation set rule: email required valid email. Then validation Then we'll put the set rules, password require. Then first controller we have made the auth controller. Second we have to create employee controller. So here we will put some methods like the index, view, add, edit, delete. Then we'll use the Ajax CRUD operation for adding, updating and deleting employees. Then we'll need models. So first of all we'll create a model, auth underscore model.php, and we will handle authentication related queries like method check underscore login, then email password, which will verify our credentials. So this is the auth model. Second model will create the employee model, that is employee underscore model.php. So handle database operation for employee and department. So method we'll use here, get all employees, get employees ID, get employees data, get employee ID data, and then delete employee ID. Then we need to create views. So login.php, where we'll get the form of the email and password, and then we will through validate error message display using echo validation underscore error. Then we'll create the employee dashboard inside the view, and we'll keep the name employee underscore view.php, which will show the personal data for logged in employees. Then admin dashboard, admin underscore view.php, which display the list of employee with table. So column name will be department, salary, designation, employee type, email, action, and the actions will be add, edit, delete, handle via Ajax. Then we'll create another view like the add, edit, employee, that is the add underscore edit underscore employee.php, where we needed form field for employee details and validation of required field and unique email. Now we'll use the Ajax for the add, edit and delete. So we'll write a JavaScript for that. Like dot delete dot button dot on click function. Then inside that we'll use the data. Then we'll use Ajax. We will use the post here, and then we will show the alert message like employee delete successfully or error deleting employee. So the folder structure for that is we have application, then inside that we have controller, then inside the controller auth.php, then employee.php, then we have model, then we have model, and inside that we have to create these files. Okay, so we have done this thing, and we'll put some data inside the our tables like department and employees. Some dummy data will keep there, and so these thing we need to do. And in model already I have told department model.php I have to create, and then employee model.php also we have to create. Inside the controller auth controller and employee controller we have to create, and in the views auth login.php and employee and list.php, and then we used to Ajax. And one thing we have to write is what do we call routes which will be the which will bridge between model and view. So in route.php we will create route login authenticator.login. This is for login, and for this is for login. Then we will create it for logout also, then for dashboard, employee list, and so. So today I will work on this project, and after finishing this project, then I will share my experience. So I will keep sharing my interview questions and my work. So till then, bye.